Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today's video we're doing something a little bit different. We are going to be going through the Poster Art of Cars book. This is a book that I don't think a whole lot of people know about, but in my opinion, in terms of all the books such as Art of Cars 3, Art of Cars 2, Art of Planes, this is probably the one with the coolest stuff in it. Not saying those other books aren't cool because they also have some absolutely tremendous stuff. But this is just packed to the brim with things that I'm sure that if you don't have this book, you probably didn't know about it. My friend Trunk Fresh Green 34 also made a pretty good video on this book not too long ago, so make sure you check that out as well. He goes pretty in depth. I did get this book for Christmas. I went over like one page or two in my Christmas haul video. And I'll also be going over the Art of Cars 2 book. I have seen this book because of Trunk Fresh Green's video, but I have not seen anything from the Art of Cars 2 book. I've seen maybe a couple pages, so I'll also be doing a video on that, and everything in there will be kind of a surprise. I have gone through the Art of Cars 3 plenty of times, so I know it's in there. I may do a video on that eventually, and I also have the Art of Planes book coming in the mail. So when that arrives, I'll most likely do a video on that as well because I've heard there's some pretty slick stuff in there. So here's some sign, our wheels tired, coming for service. We are certifiable. And here's kind of like some art, some really neat artwork. Poster Art of Cars, collecting more than 100 posters and graphics from Pixar Animation Studios and Walt Disney Engineering. And when they say hundreds of posters and graphics, that's kind of an understatement because I think it's more so graphics than it is posters, because a lot of the stuff you see here maybe appears in the back of a movie, or maybe it appears in like a line at Disneyland. There's a chance I may be going to Disneyland later this year, and it's crazy that, I mean, obviously I'm really excited for the prospect of going to Cars Land again, but my main, the thing in my head is, I need to get pictures of all the decor and the lines, because if you've seen or been to Luigi's Rollickin' Roadsters, you know that the line in there has a whole 4 walls full of artwork and incredible stuff that I don't think very many pictures exist of it. You can see one in one of I think it's an old Disney Docket vlog video. You can see a couple pictures of it, but it doesn't even show the full thing. There's just some amazing stuff on that wall. I'm going to assume there's some amazing stuff on the wall for Junkyard Jamboree. I know there's some Mater the Greater or Mater's Tall Tales merch. I also know there's plenty of stuff in line for, how do I forget the name? How did I forget the name? The main ride there. The racing one. Oh man, this is embarrassing. I don't know the name. I completely forgot it. The one that has the race cars in it. The one where you sit in the convertible and you go around Radiator Springs, race the other car. So there's your contents of introduction. Chapter 1, this isn't really in order. I mean, it does have an order here, but you'll find that there's really interesting stuff throughout the entirety of the book. And then here is another cool graphic. Enough rambling about Cars Land. Let's get into some of this cool stuff. So there's an introduction. I won't read all that, but if you want to pause or put this in slow speed, you can go ahead and do that. Let's get right into it. Here is a Porta Corsa. Oh, I didn't even realize that they have an explanation for each and every little thing. So here's a Porta Corsa poster with some kind of old Ferrari. Pretty awesome. See page 10 for variant use of background art. And for most of them, they don't actually show the making of the posters. They'll just have the posters, and they might have an explanation. I haven't looked fully through at the explanations yet. I didn't really notice them, but I do. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like most of them do have some kind of explanation. If we skip way back, okay, I'll just let it go. April 12th, the Fireball Beach 200. You can see that both McQueen and Doc Hudson are racing in this. Some neat background cars back there. So your engines, here's some more. Whenever there's a large paragraph like this, I'll just kind of hover over it for a few seconds so you can pause or put in 0.25 speed so you can read it if you're interested. Wow, that's a lot of words. Go over that. it's talking about Cars Land. Radiator Springs Racers, that's the name. There's also Luigi's Flying Tires. I got to go on that once, and I don't remember exactly. I'm pretty sure it was basically the same as Rollickin' Roadsters. But with Rollickin' Roadsters, you get some cool music, you get some cool new characters, and they actually can make some diecasts for it, unlike the Flying Tires, so I don't mind it. There you have the iconic original Lightning McQueen in the cover poster. Pretty awesome. He does have the mirrors, which is a little bit of an interesting move because he never has mirrors. And I don't think, at least in Cars, he doesn't have any mirrors. Here's your, I keep saying this word iconic, but this is for sure iconic. The poster. I guess I'll zoom in and you can kind of see all different characters. Off to the side here, there should be a Jerry, your Cycle Batteries, yeah. This is not the full version of the poster. There is one that is a little bit wider, so like you're able to see the entirety of Jerry's Cycle Batteries. And I don't, there was only one place where I was able to find it, and it was like a kids game where you could actually zoom in pretty in depth, and you could also click on particular characters. I mean, you couldn't like click on let's say this random red car right here. You couldn't click on him. You could probably click on Daryl Carshape. You could click on Elvis RV. You could click on, I'm pretty sure you could click on him. You could click on them and they'd give you like a voice line from them. So that was pretty awesome. I don't know the exact name of the website, but hopefully you guys are able to find it. A couple more posters. Those are pretty sweet. Don't see those too often. You're mainly seeing this one, which is not a bad thing because that poster is amazing. Some more text. We're getting to get some concept art for Cars Land. That's so you got like I believe that's Ramones. You've got Willie's Butte. You've just got the Cars logo. You've got one of these. Oh, it flips up. Huh. Or it ripped. That's what happened. So it does open that way. So it's like a big old welcome to Cars Land thing. Pretty sweet. There's the final design it just said right there. You've got like some different mountain shapes. There's like a like mountain, or yeah, there. And then you have the Wheel Motel. You've got a smaller sign. You've got a kind of mix between like a sign and like a mountain. And then you have the final product, which was like the welcome to Cars Land and kind of like the Radiator Springs sign form. In my opinion, I do think that one is the best out of what we saw here. There it is, Radiator Springs Racers poster. And Mater's Junkyard Jamboree. Here we got some Mater's Tall Tale stuff. There's the main poster for Mater's Tall Tales. They don't even have all the tails. You've got like Private Eye's missing. You've got what other ones are missing? Flight Mater's missing. So they only have basically, I believe those are like the big six, or the big seven rather. El Matador, Rescue Squad Mater, Heavy Metal Mater, Mater the Greater, Tokyo Mater, Monster Truck Mater, and then you have a little reference to Unidentified Flying Mater in Mator up there. Then you have a poster for Monster Truck Mater as well as a Rescue Squad Mater. Kind of weird how Rescue Squad Mater is in Radiator Springs, whereas Monster Truck Mater is actually on like the stage. Here, this is another really cool piece of artwork. I've actually had like a puzzle version of this for a very long time. I'm sure you can find bigger versions of this that you can look at in depth somewhere. And by puzzle, I mean, let me put my phone down and go grab it off my what is it, the dresser, and I'll show you guys because it's pretty sick. So when I said puzzle, I guess I was kind of telling the truth. It's a puzzle that's like been permanently stuck together. So you can see like you have all like the puzzle pieces there, but it is permanently stuck together. I've had this kind of cardboard version sitting on my dresser for years and years. It's just absolutely awesome. So if you haven't seen this, which would be a bit of a surprise, it combines so many elements together. You have like Tokyo and World Grand Prix over here. You have kind of London in the middle. You have Italy on the right. You can kind of see Paris in the background. And if you zoom in, there's so many cool things. Like you can't even see Rip Klitschko's team in here, which is unfortunate. Like you have like the wrestling. Go back here, there's like the Tokyo Party, got like the mountain. There's downtown Tokyo, all the race fans. Got Krabby down there. You have multiple villains. I really love this Mini Cooper, by the way. Sam, I don't know if that car actually appears in the movie. There's Tom Bay, looking really scared. You have like Miles Axelrod, so all on the bridge. You have Sidley, or Holly Shifter, Sidley, and Mater all up in the sky. Zoom in here, you can see some of the Radiator Springs townies. Oh, wow, Gerald Carr should look really good from that angle. You see some townies, as well as Galloping Gear Grinder, who's there for some reason. There's the Queen and Prince William. You've got Mac, as well as a bunch of whole topper or double-decker buses on the London Bridge. You've got Tony Tryhole going under the bridge. If you go back here, you got like the London Eye. You got a little like, I can't tell, I don't think those are any kind of lemons. They're just brightly colored. You've got like Mater getting knighted, or with a Sergeant High Gear or whatever those are called over here. You can see like you got Tamiko and Shigeko over here. Going over, then you have like Uncle Topolino's band. You have more of the townies, as well as like Mama Topolino, Uncle Topolino. You have like a waitress for some reason. Those are from the casino. And then you get back here, you get some of the bad guys. There's Gremlin Acer. I really like this particular Pacer with the stripe down the middle. This black one with the white stripe. I think he's pretty awesome. I'm calling him Arrow Bowshot. Oh, there's a little poster back there. I wonder if we'll see that one in the book. And I do have an extra Acer laying around that's kind of beat up. So I will actually probably turn that into a custom. Here you have more World Grand Prix racing. You have like the finish line, or the, yes, victory lane. You have Francesco leading Fabrizio. Interesting choice. I have all the World Grand Prix racers. You have like the Pope in here. I'm trying to get every little last detail from in here. So yeah, there's Paris back there, but they don't actually show any like downtown Paris. You have like the bay, you got the casino, some boats out there. I believe I pretty much got all of it. But in case I missed anything, here's like a wide shot. I'm sure, and I'm very positive you can find this online as well. Going back here, you have some Cars 2 posters featuring each individual character. You've got like, of course, Mater, McQueen, Holly, and Francesco. Here's a poster for London. It's pretty awesome. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that the Disney part was not actually on the poster wherever it appeared in the movie. Here's a poster with Finn McMissile. Got a Paris one. That's pretty cool. Got Raoul Sorel leading a couple of Citroens. In front of the Eiffel Tower, Notre Dame. You've got what's this thing called? I was literally here. I've been there. I've been to this place. It was not that long ago. It was last summer. I forgot the name. It's like the giant archway that sits in the middle of the roundabout. You've got another Porta Corsa poster in the background. You can see a couple. Or you have McQueen. You've got Shu Todoroki, and I believe that's Real Sorol all the way back there. A couple of really tiny boats that basically just look like ice floating around in the water. A Japanese poster. Got Shu Todoroki, Carlo Veloso, Jeff Corvette in front of Mount Fuji. You have a Tokyo poster with Lightning McQueen. I think this one's pretty awesome, actually. Got another Tokyo poster with like the downtown and like a really cartoonish style. Then Shu Todoroki right down the middle. You have another Tokyo poster with basically every single character that appears in the movie, with also Sidley for some reason. I mean, this makes sense. The Japanese, what were those cars called? Like the Shigeko and all that. You got one of those smack dab in the middle. That makes sense, but like Sidley's a random choice over, like, you could have put Holly Shifter flying up there. Sidley is pretty rad. Now you're getting some of the Lemons posters. It's kind of like an action movie themed one. You got all the like blacked out lemons. Here's another one. Here's another. No lemons on this one. It's basically overall all the spies plus. No, McQueen's not even on there. Got King Whistle twice though. Oh, these some Cars 3 posters. I thought this movie came out, or I thought this book came out back in like 2013 or something. So this is a pretty cool surprise. We get some Cars 3 stuff. I did not remember that. Got the original Cars 3 teaser trailer. This is a big Cars 3 poster. Then you have like all the Ready Springs townies, kind of like Cena World. You got like the you got Red and Sheriff with like the Sergeant High Gear hat. Got Guido and Luigi taking a picture in front of the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Got what's his name? Fillmore and Sarge up in Switzerland. I like the addition of the tractor, because Switzerland does have like a whole lot of wild cows. When I was there, we saw so many. Got India, Ramon and Flo on the magic carpet. Japan, Lizzie and Sally enjoying themselves. And then, of course, you just have Mater and McQueen all by themselves watching all the other townies. Now we get into the scenic route. This is a whole lot of like promotional art for real life. I think in here is when we start getting into some of the stuff that appears in the movie, which is where I think is some of the cooler stuff. So there's a whole lot more words. Then you have some artwork for like Tokyo brands, I guess. Satsumi mufflers. Got this guy who I distinctly remember appearing. I'm not sure exactly where. Got the Tencoat logo, Drum, Panda tires, Guyum, and Toyka. That's a pretty cool car right there. Got some more. You got the Kabuki makeup cars. It's kind of almost looks like a Kiss character. You can, there's the Kabuki there. I finally found out that name. Got some Dynaco stuff. Time for Dino Wine. I don't know if Dino Wine is the same as Dynaco. I do remember seeing Dino Wine in Cars 2, but I don't know if it's the same as Dynaco. Got this is a plain service logo, a Dynaco gasoline clock, lubrication, Dynaco motor oil, Dynaco light, hot oil on top, Dynaco oil. This is a pretty cool section. You've got like the Revolution or something. So you've got, we're in this race to win. Are you? Join Cars today. It's like almost like a Shu Todoroki. And the fight to keep our highways free. Cars allegiance approved. The cars need you. These are like propaganda posters, pretty sweet. Join the trucks. Those some old some like 1950s style delivery trucks, pretty sweet. Got a French version of this poster you see right here with like McQueen, and you've got Shu Todoroki a couple times. You've got this other background car a couple times. Every car is needed to join the fight for highway freedom. And then, of course, as I just said, you have it in, I believe, I want to say that's French. It just looks pretty French. You know what's right. Join the cars. You have a car crying. That's an interesting take. You also have, I believe, I want to say that's, is that for, yeah, French again. You have some more of this. You got a forklift propaganda poster. Forklifts, cars allegiance approved. Help us deliver victory. Your skills are needed. Don't leave it up to the car next to you. Car allegiance approved. Do your part. We've got some other pretty cool ones. One and only legendary Dirt Track Mac. $5 cover. The Tire Iron Trade. Rumble Strip of Love. At Greasy Grill Barbecue. First come, first serve. And his Smog Attack, Rusty Manifold, and Flathead 8. Rusty Manifold is a car that doesn't appear in any of the movies or comics or shorts or, as far as I know, anywhere. But he does appear a lot as almost like a placeholder name. So that's like an interesting fun fact. I don't think this will be the last time we see his name in this book. And you see that's like a Junior Moon. I guess that's Dirt Trek Mac, which is basically Junior Moon. But you can't tell it's Junior Moon. I mean, you can, but I guess it looks pretty similar. This is, I believe, Max Schnell's racing, or racing series, whatever series he races in. This is like a poster for him. The WTCL. Got another Porta Corsa. And another Porta Corsa. So many Porta Corsa posters. You've got a... This is spare parts delivery, 24 hours a day. a pipe shop, custom fittings for Ackley's. This is Ackley's Pipe Shop. Car bagpipes, pretty sweet. This one's pretty sick. Sensational power packed Feco. Ooh, that's a whole lot of words. I'm gonna have to zoom in a second. Great grass optimization. Got oleo motor. They just have the Vitaline logo. 400 kilometers, 17 racers, 1 winner. This is a, oh, this might not be the World Grand Prix. The Royal 400 at Westminster Speedway. That's pretty sick. Let's zoom in on all this text over here. A modern take on an old tradition, Feco. Grass optimization brings that rich grass-like appearance to all areas that need the appearance of grass. In fields, lawns, fields, or farms, grass can be found in many places. Some really small text to give the feeling, oh wow. Some really small text to give the feeling of information concerning nothing. And just repeats that over and over again. It's pretty funny. Top performance, service, oiled faithful motor oil, satisfaction guaranteed, sure start formula. This is on, oh, this is displayed at California Adventure. IOOI patties, oh, this is a different language. I didn't realize that. What's this roughly translates to 1001 legs, a grand vision in a miniature universe, activities and attractions at the tourist theater. Wonder where this appears. Maybe this appears at Cars Land too, but it doesn't mention that like it does for Oiled Faithful. Slick and Tired, the one and only motorist's friend. Oil, the dependable quality service additive, the sure starting mixture product of the USA. Here you got Roma with a really awesome logo with like a big old monster tanker truck with 2 cars underneath. You also got like a plane for some reason. The plane has like wheat as a propeller. This one is also on display at California Adventure. Oh, it says it's on display at Cars Land. This is also on display at Cars Land. For some reason, I got California Adventure and California Screaming mixed up. California Screaming doesn't even exist anymore. It's now the Incredicoaster. I thought it was like in the line for Incredicoaster, but nope, it's in Cars Land. World famous radiator spring, guaranteed 100% pure, and nature's no coolant. Long trip, 1 sip, and your temperature will dip. Got some more radiator spring logos, world famous. Radiator Springs, USA. You've got like a, almost like a, what would that be, like a milkshake? Visit Buckingham Palace with a Sergeant High Gear card. Here's a pretty awesome one, a Piston Cup pit crew authorization thing. This is specifically Luigi's. It's pretty cool. This like kind of like a authentication pass for him to get into the garage area. World's finest winner take 100% pure oil, modern motor lubrication. Also on display at Cars Land. And you have a whole bunch of ads for bitter oil. Good for what ails you. Never spill a drop. When you need to lift, bitter oil. Good for a little pickup. So there's got some like glasses and cups. I wonder how cars drink those. Got postcards from around the world. Kyoto. Got ancient Greece. Tahiti. Samurai. This is just like I guess like a not a place, but like an airline, I believe. Africar. Here's another Luigi. I guess this is a plane ticket. See Japan, travel karaoke. Paris, Italy. Got all the places you visited in Cars 2, basically. There's Leaning Tower of Pizza. Cheers from the Tower Bridge. There's Shanghai. Didn't visit there, actually. You got, what is this exactly? This is like a bunch of like, I don't remember, like statues or mummies. Remember, these are like ancient cars. That is pretty awesome. Got the Golden Gate Bridge. That's from the end credits of Cars 2. Taj Mahal. I'm pretty sure a lot of this is from the end credits of Cars 2, actually. Just up close, and you can actually see it. Greetings from Sydney. You got I'm going to assume that's Barcelona or Madrid, wherever the ball run happens. You got Paris. There's a Sphinx car. There is Vitaly Petrov. You have two German waitresses. There's the Sphinx again. I don't think it focused the first time. You've got Rotelli, a Porta Corsa postcard. And once again, you kind of end off with all the Radiators Rings townies in their respective buildings. The Depth of Dents, capturing character in art. Here's a really sick Lightning McQueen poster. Radiators Rings Saturday night special race, Lightning McQueen. Round 4, winner takes all. We have some big old words like we've seen a lot of today. Piston Cup Racing Series, the Premier Racing Championship 2006. Lightning McQueen. Here it is. In the summer, Chick Hicks runner-up, the King and Lightning McQueen go head-to-head. 2006, LA. Something I find interesting is they say the summer. Where's that? Yeah, this summer. Which is interesting because why would the Piston Cup be ending in the summer? The normal NASCAR season ends in, November. So I guess they don't follow the same schedule. They got like a Japanese Lightning McQueen Flam. The Danico 400. Souvenir program, price $1. Got a couple signed, what were these in the movie? Because the only time I remember seeing it, it was like in the Tokyo airport, and it was kind of like, it's like a billboard almost. You got some text on there. Is this for, yeah, these are both signed by Mater. I believe they say the same thing, just in different little spots. The Riverview Autocade Dirt Track Park. Pacific Southwest Regional Auto Racing Mount Pilots Racing Sanctioned Championship. Pinelli Stadium, Newhall, June 27th, 1952. You've got a big poster Motorsports Show, February 21st to 28th. You got Doug Hudson on there at Sportsdrome Speedway, 25 cents. You just have a big old poster of Doug Hudson dirt racing, and it has like a signature on it. The first annual Grand All 300 300-mile championship stock car race, Grand All Speedway, souvenir program, price 50 cents. Come see the stock car races Saturday, August 17th, 2:30 p.m. at Grand All Oil Company Raceway. And that's pretty cool because in Cars 3, Grand All Oil Company Raceway is still around. You see the Next Gens race at it. That's pretty cool. It's stuck around all these years. Stuck over. That's a long time. There's a bunch of old, more classic, promotional posters. Thomasville Speedway Auto Race. Rain date September 30th. So if it gets rained out, it gets pushed back 8 days because the original race is on Saturday, September 22nd. Time trials at 1, a race at 2:30. Stock car race, October 15th. LA stock car race on July 9th. Promoted by Southern Dealers. I don't know what that exactly is trying to say there. Assistant. We got some Flow stuff. Style and Grace. This is This is during her time with the Motorama girls. There's like a really neat kind of graphic with her on like a rainbow-ish road. Motorama 57. Classic elegance Motorama. It's kind of like a modern-ish house, or what people in the 50s thought a modern house would look like. Barry Kuda, that's a pretty cool name, presents the Motorama Girls live and in drive, plus the All-Star Car Show at the Shine Auditorium Tuesday from 7:30 p.m. or Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. August 23rd. All parking spaces reserved. Phone Richmond 99909 for information. Tickets now at the Record Garage, 2771 Beach Street, BTWN 3rd and Overdrive. Then you got like another little like poster. Motor City Drive-In Theater, Detroit, Michigan. 3 big shows, all parking spaces reserved. Motor Girls, Live and an Overdrive. Flo, Sheila, Laverne, and Rhonda. Tickets on sale at Theater Box Office and a U-Turnable Box Shop. This is also on display at Cars Land. Then you got another Flo and Motorama Girls poster. You got like a red one with almost flames. Like it's almost like a Light McQueen thing. So this is Ain't No Highway Long Enough by Flo and the Motorama Girls. That is a pun on the song Ain't No Mountain High Enough. Then over here you got a whole bunch of posters, or I guess like almost like album covers for the Motorama Girls. So I'll just take you through those. Road to Happiness. Back to My Roots. Pretty cool pun. I've Taken a Shine to You. I'm sitting with this. The title of this one is Go with the Flow. Jeep Date. So you got like some warplanes as well as like a SAR. That's not Sarge, but it is a World War II Jeep. You see some planes like this in the first Planes movie on the Wall of Fame. There's some, I believe the artwork that was on the Hall of Fame was released by the designer somewhere on the internet. You have a couple of those, and they're just absolutely incredible. Fortunately, we never got die-cast of them, but, yeah. Hubba Bubba Hubcaps. This is a big one. Stanley's Caps. If you've ever heard of like the Piston Quiz, if you remember that from the old Google Plus community, you know that the Stanley's Caps were an absolute just wrench in answering the questions. The marvel of the automotive age. Stanley's world famous radiator caps. Real McCoy, satisfaction guaranteed. And you've got all the radiator caps. Got the Insulator, the Heatmaster, Golden Gatsby, Cadillac, Road Queen, the Tattaloodaloo, Valentine, Wingding, Stanley Saucer, Gearhead, Hobnob, Silver Eagle, Tiara, the Fancy Fan, Winning Hand, Highway Shark, the Roadstar, and the Twister. And each of those has like a little description that I showed those pretty close, so you should be able to go back and read them. We have a promotional thing for Mater's Fight with the Bulls. El Matador presents Bulldozer Fight. One day only, tickets on sale now. Matinee only. See the bulldozer charge. Feel the rumble of the stampede. Smell the fear. Got a heavy metal Mater poster. Live in concert with Johnny Talk and the Redliners. These are both on display at Cars Land. I wonder where. Probably I've had to guess in the line for Junkyard Jamboree. Finn McMissile is unstoppable in Red Means Go, starring Finn McMissile, Gina Lola Bridgecar. Yeah, there's Rusty Manifold again. Cam Four-Stroke presents an RPM production. So I guess Finn McMissile is like an action star? Dang. Max Torque Incredibile with Vivian Valvestem, who looks oddly similar to Holly Shiftwell. Another Red Means Go poster. Max Torque is Incredibile in 4 strokes and down with Max Torque, Vivian Valvestem. There's Rusty Manifold again. Finn McMissile is Unstoppable, starring Finn McMissile, Gina Lola Bridgecar. Red Means Go. That is the same car used, or this is the same car used in those old propaganda posters we went through earlier. Same crying car. Rusty Manifold and Cam Four-Stroke again. Finn McMissile, Double Parked and Dangerous, starring Finn McMissile and Vivian Valvestem. Finn McMissile is Unstoppable in Rusty Manifold. Cam Four-Stroke present Double Parked and Dangerous. So there's like a Mater. Also have a Professor Z and a McQueen up there. Yeah, we're done with those posters. We're done with the action movie posters. Now we have just a plain Italy poster with Luigi and Guido. We're in grand unveiling Leaning Tower of Tires this Saturday, downtown Radiator Springs. There is a little bit of lore behind that tower if you look in the Radiator Springs comic. Oh, here's a two fun ones. You've got Luigi's Rollickin' Roadsters, Luigi's Flying Tires. Fortunate enough to be on both of those. I believe this is kind of like bumper cars almost, maybe? I don't exactly remember. But I will say that the way that like the Rollickin' Roadsters like are able to glide around the floor without making it look like they're on some kind of rails is absolutely almost flawless. Pretty incredible to see. Fettuccine Alfredo. The all-new Casino d'Aria, like riding on air. I will note that another cool thing in line for the Rollickin' Roasters is they have a bunch of Luigi's tires, and they have like the names for all the tires, so that's pretty sweet. Here you have all of Luigi's cousins. You've got Salvatore. It also has the license plates for all of them if you want to go back and look at them. Lorenzo, Giovanni, Carla, or Carlo, I can't quite tell. Sergio, Pascal, Rosa, Angelo, Sophia, Vito or Vita, Tony, Elisabetta, Lucia, Gina, Karina, Nicola, Camilla, Carlotta, Francesca, and Isabella. Cool new world from there. This is Guido's selfies. I don't know how many people know about this. There is another Guido selfie. Or, oh no, there's not another Guido selfie. There is like a thing that Guido gets signed from Carlo Veloso at Cars Land in the Rollickin' Roasters line. But Guido basically like took selfies with like a bunch of cars. So like you can see here, he took one of the Shu Todoroki and Shu Todoroki signed it. I do not have what that exactly translates to on hand, but I do know what it says. I did get an answer to that not too long ago. And I'll put text on the screen, or I'll put it in the, the pinned comment will be what this reads, and maybe the pinned comment will have some other information on other things I talked about in here. Here you have the Queen. You've got Doc Hudson, Mama Bernoulli, and Francesco Bernoulli. I just have the bands. Got Tex Danico, his signature is pretty sweet. You've got some of Luigi's cousins. Then you have the same photo, but it has Franca and Francesca. Got Feeling a Missile. He thanks Japs to keep out of trouble. Got John Lasseter. To Luigi and Guido, thanks for the new white walls. You've got Lightning Queen, of course. And you've also got the Pope, who is not looking at him at all. Drive Route 66, the Mother Road. Cool little Easter eggs all in here. What is this? It's like a trolley. That's pretty awesome. There's Frank. Motel 4, the Mother Road. We're almost at the end of the book, and it's about dinner time for me. I've got some pizza sitting downstairs that I've got to finish this video up pretty quickly. Some more text. There is the mural that appears in Radiator Springs. A happy place. You have, I'll take you through that text again. I think that actually connects to the text that you just saw. There's some Stanley's radiator caps. Oh, only 597 miles. Yeah, you're not gonna make it that far. Only 6,112 miles to Athens. Oh, 267 miles to Greece. Oh, that's plenty fun. Sweet. Got some Radiator Springs bumper stickers, I believe. The ones you see in Lizzie's shop. Some more bumper stickers. I believe they're bumper stickers. They should be bumper stickers. Separate bumper stickers. I'm pretty sure these get put on McQueen. Got Cadillac Range. Radiator cap, Radiator Springs. Here's the Wheel Motel on Fabulous US Highway 66. We've got Luigi's Tower of Tires. The Radiator Springs annual, the Knights of Combustion present. That's something that's never mentioned in any of the movies, but you do see it in a lot of this art again. You can see it. There's like some logos for it, and also it's pretty cool. But I still have no idea what it means. Motorama, first Saturday in June, free on fuel prizes. The events are the tractor pull, hubcap toss, karaoke, the reunion concert between the Flo and the Motorama girls. So that's pretty cool. Sponsored by Flo's Viet Cafe. That's something I would have loved to see in a comic or even in a short. Nice combustion again. Random Motorama. We got the grease eating contest, gross, flying tire races, bumper painting, dirt track races, street dancing, clown cars. That's a little bit of some foreshadowing. 2 cars on the road. There's some Lightning McQueen artwork sponsored by Ramon's House of Body Art. Music by Mater and his Junkyard Jukebox, which you see, and I believe it was Dancing with the Cars. The Loyal Order of Lugnuts presents the Carbureted County Classic Film Festival. Mary Poppin' a Wheelie, The Three Cabs, Peter Oilpan, Lady and the Ramp, The Love Bug, The Aristocars, The Reluctant Drag Strip, Truck Beds and Stick Shift, Toy Car Story, The Dead Battery Society, The Hatchback of Notre Dame, Monster Trucks Inc., After Sunset at the Radiator Springs Drive-In, hosted by Darla K. Vanderson, so there's Darla Vanderson's middle initial at least, and Denise Beam, featuring a newly restored plant. 20,000 Leaks Under the Sea, so there's like a little like submarine dolphin thing. Not exactly sure what's going on. The 5th annual, or the Carburetor County Customizers 5th Annual Motorboat Auto Show, Ormond Valley's largest auto and motorcycle event. Cash award for the best paint job. Over 400 show cars on display. I just got some Radiator Springs postcards. That's a cool shot of the Cozy Cone Motel. Home of the free 55-gallon dinner if used in 1 hour. That's like a really kind of shaky, like, what do I even call it? Like rendering of Flo's Viet Cafe. It's not terrible, I guess. It's a little interesting. So now I got some car sign postcards. Cadillac Range. Some more postcards on there. Speeding your way in 2012. Eat at Flo's and get gas. Saying this makes me happy, man. I love cars. Acknowledgements. So you have a bunch of sources. You got Radiator Springs Curios, Souvenirs, bric-a-brac trinkets. Got Crank Ace Motor Oil, world's finest additive, 100% pure, manufactured in the US of A. Then you have a giant index, and I believe this is the last thing you have. You have a Reed's Feed, high octane fuel for all farm vehicles sold here. The first name and herd vehicle shader baking. I'm not sure what shader baking is, but whatever. Oh, there's some more actually. Nope, never mind. You got the in Credit Cars poster, basically. That is a French version because it did appear in France in the Cars 2 movie. Like I believe there's some more like sort or copyright. Got almost like some ribbons up here. Special Stock 964 Racing Record Book, Townsville Speedway. It's like almost like a ticket. You have a picture of Doc Hudson, Townsville Motor Speedway, 7th annual. Let's zoom in on Doc, see if we can see anything. No, not really. Can't make any of like the crowd cars or whatever. You are now leaving Radiator Springs. Come back real soon. And I believe this is the end now. It ends off with that Lightning McQueen and Doc racing at Fireball Beach poster we saw very early on in the book. Nope. Oh, actually, it's just kind of reusing some more of that Townies art from earlier. And that is the book. Some more text here. That is the Poster Art of Cars book. Absolutely incredible. I'm happy to have this just because of all the like the lore you get in it that you wouldn't anywhere else. And I hope you learned a lot of stuff from that, because the first time I saw this book, seeing all the pages for the first time, there was so much stuff I hadn't heard about. So hopefully, if you didn't have this book, you know about some of that stuff now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this video. Go check out Trunk Brush Green 34's video as well. I'll also put that in the pinned comment. And yeah, see you guys next time. Have a good day. Goodbye.